Finally, the time is here. Now we can properly compare the F87 M2, that's the one over there, to the G87 M2. This one is the competition, it is not the normal M2, but spec wise they are very close to each other, and that's exactly the reason I chose these two. And also I only have this one in stock to actually do that for you guys. So yeah, let's run through them and I can actually show you the differences between the two, talk a little bit about the engine, and then take them out back to back to experience what these cars feel like. So I think let's quickly run through these vehicles. Let's start with the F87 first and then see what the differences are when we go to the G87. Starting with the F87, immediately you can see the drastic difference between this and the G87 over there. So this one also has a lot of sharp lines, but also some smooth edges, where this one is very boxy at the end of the day. So not a lot of smooth edges, actually it's just very square, but it also gives that proper M feel to it. I love the new shape of the LED light, which is pretty cool. We'll actually switch it on just now so you guys can see it. But this one actually has the old halogen lights, so it actually gives you the proper old school feel to it, proper BMW. And what they did here, they kept the grille together. Remember, from the normal M2 to this one, they actually, to the competition, they actually put the grille together to make one piece, and then over here again they split the grille. So yeah, and also you don't have an edge around the grille over there. It does have a little bit of an M appeal to it because it's got the power dome over here. I know it's a wide car, so it's very difficult to see, where the M2 over here, the M2 Competition, does not have the power dome. So let's quickly have a look at the lights. Let's see what they look like when we unlock the vehicle. So the F87 first. So here's the F87's key. So still your normal oldish M boxy key. Let's have a look at that. There we go. It is flickering a little bit, but at least you can see the style of the halogen. Well, not halogen, those are banana lights. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Oh, now I'm opening the boot because I thought the key. But in any case, let's lock the car and then quickly unlock the car. So these angel eyes. So BMW already from here started moving a little bit away from the round circle and moving to like this square sort of look to it. So quickly have a look at this one. So the new M2, this is the key of the new M2. So let's have a look at what these lights look like. There we go. It still gives that sort of a round look to it, that BMW look from afar. So really not that bad actually. Let's carry on. Immediately you can also see, check the M mirrors. Proper M mirrors, so not like the normal M2. The normal M2 just had the normal 2 Series mirrors. This one is spec'd with the sunroof. You couldn't spec this shape with a carbon roof, but now check with the new M2, the G87, you get the carbon roof. Stunning, but you can still spec this car with the sunroof if you really want to spec it with the sunroof. And also same, also have the M performance mirrors. And then quickly have a look here. Let's go back to the wheels. So 19-inch wheels on the M2 Competition, front and back. And then on the new M2, on the G87, on this one over here, you're looking at 19-inch wheels in the front and then 20-inch wheels at the back. And yes, this is rear-wheel drive, just like the normal M2 Competition or the older spec. I'm saying normal M2. This is a normal M2. I'm talking about the older generation M2. Let's have a look at the back quickly. Well, actually, while I'm on the side, the new G87 also has but flat and or a flush door handle. And then on your normal M2 over here, see, I keep on saying normal M2, but I mean the older generation M2. The door handles are still as per normal, like a 2 Series or the pre-gen 2 Series that we usually know, so not flush at all, but still stunning. Let's move to the back of these vehicles quickly. So like I said, this is the M2 Competition, guys. We'll get to the engine and everything just now. Just want to quickly show you the boot space, and I want to show you the differences between these two cars at the back. Look at that. So rear view cam, this also has the M2 Competition badge. And you obviously got the 4 pipes, and in black because the Competition had the black tailpipes, but still a 390 litre boot space. Let's quickly check, it is open. 390 litre boot space, where you can also push these seats flat down, of course, guys, so you can get that extra bit of boot space. But now with your new one, you still get the 390 litres of boot space. Check what it looks like at the back here. I do love the back of this car. It really looks very aggressive, still boxy but very aggressive. So yeah, you can see it's the normal M2, also reverse cam of course, and this one with the reverse cam can obviously also park itself. And then check these big tailpipes. You can literally almost give this car a service from behind from the back. But in any case, let's open up the boot here. This one doesn't have auto tailgate operation, but still 390 liters of boot space, so still very spacious. And with this one you can also pull the seats flat down and have that extra bit of space. So let's have a look at this one over here. Let's have a look at the inside. So also comfort access, guys. Check how beautiful this is. Because this is the competition, you get the Alcantara over here. The blue stitching looks proper. And then also this one's got the mirrors that fold in. Harman Kardon sound, but check the interior. So these are the normal seats. These are the M2 seats. Not like your standard M2. The standard M2 actually has normal 2 series seats, where this one actually have this one actually has M seats. Look at this interior. This car is still fresh, guys. It's the 2019 with, I think it's 20,000 Ks on the clock. Still very neat. Let's jump in here. Well, let me show you the back space quickly. So here's the back seat. Not too bad at all. I'll jump in here quickly so you guys can see. Okay, I'm in. So my driving position, and I really do feel comfortable. Check. Seats, my knees are not really always hitting the seat over there. Very spacious. My head is also fine here. It might, when we go around a corner or something, it might hit a little bit there, but that's why we have places to hold on to, I guess, to make sure we don't bump our heads. But really a fantastic spec. Let me show you from the back what it looks like in front. Check it out, guys. How beautiful is that? Really stunning. This car is still very beautiful, and yes, a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. While we're sitting in front here, let me quickly switch the vehicle on. So there's a proper red start button, and this is what this beauty looks like, guys. Yes, okay, the battery is a little bit flat. Check the screen there. M for M performance, or M power, or the most aggressive letter in the world. But I love this 7-speed DCT gear knob over here, or actually just a gear knob. It actually looks very like, it looks very fighter piloty. Your M1 and M2 buttons over there. So these are your quick configurators, where you can actually, you don't have to set everything up here by pressing there the whole time and going into Sport Plus or whatever the case. You just go into your M1 and M2. No heads-up display for this one, unfortunately. I can't remember if that was an option extra on these cars. It might have been, but this one does not have the heads-up display. But let me quickly show you this engine. So 2-pull. Here's the beautiful S55 straight 6 twin turbocharged 3-liter engine. 302 kilowatts and 550 newton meters of torque, propelling this beautiful machine on the rear wheels from 0 to 100 in 4.2 seconds. We will take it out for a drive just now. But for now, let's quickly move to the M2 and see the interior, the G87 M2, and see the interior and see what this looks like. So also comfort access, and yes guys, this one is spec'd with your bucket or carbon bucket seats. Just crazy. I'll show you those seats just now. So this looks like a normal 2 series at the end of the day. Also electric seats with memory, same as the previous generation. Mirrors can also fold in. Harman Kardon sound, of course. But check this interior, completely different compared to the older M2. Hey, there's a lot of shape that's still very much the same on the dash, but with this new screen, the steering wheel, and check these seats. Let me show you these seats. Are you guys ready? Check these carbon bucket seats. How insane are these seats? Not the easiest to get in and out from, but when you're in, it sits properly. Let's have a look here. So you have to pull this lever over here, There's your backspace over there. Let's quickly jump in and feel what it feels like. Oh, this one somehow moves automatically as well. Nothing manual again in these newer generations. Check from the back all the carbon that you get here. Stunning. Now I'm sitting at the back of the new, or the G87 M2. There's the seat coming back here now. Now you can also see my driving position. You can see a little bit more space at the back here, and my head kind of feels very much the same actually. It kind of feels like I'm bumping a little bit more here, but still very, very big on the inside. Still very, I won't say very, very big, but still very spacious. So it actually makes life a little bit easier. And now let's check this one from the back here, what it looks like in front. Hey, I love all the carbon trim on the steering wheel. I love the carbon over there, the carbon on the door, well, the carbon on the dashboard. And this is an 8-speed ZF gearbox, guys, so a little bit smoother when you drive, but it's still very snappy, still very M feel. I do love it, but much easier to drive on a daily basis. So let's quickly jump out here and carry on to the front. With your new generation, or the G87, your M configuration buttons are sitting over here, so M1 and M2. You can still, however, go to setup over here. If you click setup, let me just switch on the vehicle. Let me actually start it up. Click on setup. Then you can actually choose everything via your screen. Or, like I said, if I do this, M2, check on the heads-up display, it will tell me the configuration. So confirm, I confirmed. Now everything is in Sport Plus, so I didn't have to fiddle around there. But now I can also set my traction control to a certain limit, but obviously now it is completely off, so now we can have a lot of fun. And here you can also configure everything. You also have an exhaust note button. Listen to that, quiet. And again, a little bit deeper now. But hey, how has this changed? I really love it, but it still looks proper BM. And you also have a park button now, where the older one you didn't. You had to switch off the car twice, then it would have put the car into park like that. But I love the new digital dash. Definitely something to get used to, but definitely something I do like. As soon as you get used to it, nothing bad about it. So let's open up the bonnet. Now guys, you all know the B58 is one of the best engines that you get, but now this is the S58, 338 kilowatts and 550 Newton meters of torque, propelling this beautiful machine. It's a little bit bigger than that one, a little bit heavier. I think it's about 100 odd kgs heavier than the M2 Competition, but propelling this big machine, still a small but big machine, from 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds, guys. Still a 3-liter straight 6 twin turbocharged engine, but just something phenomenal. It's the B58 that we all love, just on a different level, guys. We're going to take the M2 Competition out first. Just going to drive, just a quick drive, just to feel what the differences are. Let's start it up. This is the F87 M2. Just going to do a quick drive and feel what this car feels like, guys. So, hope you guys are ready. I'm going to start driving in comfort, just normal comfort mode, just to feel what it feels like. And I'm going to drive it around the block on the pavement to actually see if there's anything that I feel with this car compared to the difference in that newer generation. So let's take it out. Very smooth actually, guys, very, very smooth. So let's see. Okay, driving on the pavement, you can feel it's a little bit bumpy. I can actually see the screen jumping around a little bit, but not really too bad. Not like it's gonna affect anything that much. Kind of hope it feels okay. I have to say, I can feel, you feel it's a BM, you feel it's very sturdy, but you can also feel that it's an M car. I mean, I'm driving in comfort, I'm driving in normal drive mode, so my gears, nothing is in sport at this current time, so everything is like an efficient and comfort, but it feels solid, it feels very firm. I definitely feel the firmness, let's not argue about that. But let's if I put my foot down, very comfortable to drive. It's easy, it's very easy. Steering is always stiff because it's an M car. I mean, obviously it will be a little bit stiffer than compared to your normal 220i or 220d Coupe. So one thing about the DCT box I've noticed, you have to always give it a small little tap and then you can go. And then it actually helps a lot with smooth pull away. But if you just put your foot down and go, then obviously it makes a massive difference. Then you can actually, it like clanks you, so it really feels aggressive at that point then. So let me just go over the hump, very smooth over the hump as well. Nothing that breaks your back or anything, just a smooth drive, but you can definitely feel the firmness. I'm going to put it into sport just now so we can actually see how aggressive this car is, because I know that this M2 has always been one of the naughty boys in the family. This car just wants to slide around. Like as soon as you put your foot down, the car starts moving, and it's always been like that with this shape M2. So let's quickly take it out on the main road. I wonder if you guys are going to hear the difference when I put it into sport from my mic. So I actually want to see if we can actually hear the difference. Okay, there's a few guys coming. You see, you don't want to pull away too quickly because then it like pulls your neck. Oh, sounds good, sounds good. Even in comfort, it just sounds properly nice. It really sounds good in comfort. But let's quickly go into one of the M modes and see if we can actually hear the difference. Oh, okay. I don't hear anything as yet, but now the car is in manual. Oh, but very snappy, guys. Now the steering is so hard. Like not very hard, but I mean you can feel it's like direct. You feel everything on the road. So let's see if we can launch this baby. So let's quickly check. Everything is on sport. Let's see if I have launch. Yeah. This is a naughty baby. Damn it. Why is this car so naughty? I accidentally lit up some tires there. I just saw smoke at the back of the car. This is fun. This will always be such a fun car. Wow, I love the M2 Competition. This car literally just burnt tires now. Awesome, 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 awesome. How fun, how fun, how fun. But yeah, very snappy gear changes. I don't think anything beats a DCT box at the end of the day, but snappy. This car is, it's a lacquer car. It's firm, but it's also comfortable to drive. It won't really always break your back, but yeah, what a machine, what a machine. Let's just get back to the dealer. Okay, that's a lot of fun, guys. I do love this M2. Conclusion, the M2 Competition will always be a fantastic car. What a naughty boy to the M family. Oh, let's jump into the M2 G87, the new edition. Now we are in the G87, guys. Let's take this beautiful car and see what this is all about. This is very nice, so let's go. Immediately, just by pulling away, I can immediately feel that this car, with this 8-speed ZF gearbox, it's not like the DCT, so I can just drive it like a normal car. So you just take your foot off the brake and the car starts moving. I don't have to do like a double dab or anything to get the car in motion, and it doesn't like jump away, or if you don't get the gear right in manual, for instance, that one is very jerky, the DCT box. Look, nothing is as quick as a DCT box, but this one, it doesn't jerk at all. It's still quick. You won't really notice the difference if you're not a proper like track driver or anything, but yo guys, this car feels a lot more grown up. These seats are something different though. These seats are definitely something else, but what a grown up car. It feels a little bit, you still feel the firmness, you still feel the M-ness. Steering is much lighter. Steering is definitely much lighter. I have to say that's actually something quite nice. It's more of an everyday kind of car, this. I think, if that makes sense, it just feels, and even over the bumps, that little hump that we went through there now, very smooth actually. You don't really feel it that much. You can feel the dampness of this car. It's just it feels a little bit more solid. I mean, that car feels solid, but it feels loose as well at the same time. Like, if I compare it to this one, when you drive that car on its own, you don't really notice anything that much, but as soon as you jump into this, you really notice that, okay, so that car does feel a little bit looser. Yeah, where this just feels sturdy and solid. Oh, and let me switch on I can probably switch on the screen again. This really feels nice, guys. We will put it into sport just now so we can see if we can hear the difference. Let's go over this hump here and feel. And just look at the shakiness of the camera and see if you notice that this one is a little bit less bouncy, because it feels a lot less bouncy when I'm driving it. This really, you still feel that firmness like I said, but it feels a little bit more refined. It just feels proper. Oh, what a stunning beauty, eh? Like, this car is just so nice. It feels like an M car, guys, but like when I'm driving in comfort, because everything is in comfort now, when I'm driving like this, it really feels like a 2 Series. A 2 Series, a 220i or a 220d, just a little bit firmer at the end of the day. So let's... In comfort, it's quick, eh? Like, it's quick, but it's such a subtle pull away. It doesn't give you like, oh, you know, here we go. It doesn't give you that. It just gives you okay, that's gradual, that's not too bad. But I think when I push the M2 button and the traction control is off, I think it's going to be a different story with everything being in sport. So let's quickly wait, let's confirm. Oh, I can see some of my lines over here, because that was a proper burn. So let's quickly check. We're going to launch this one. Car is much easier to launch. Flat foot on the brake, traction, everything is off. Foot flat on the gas, preparing launch control. And there we go. Woo! Okay. Now you definitely feel, you feel the pickup a little bit more in this car, but it's not as scary. The other one made my heart like almost jump out. Yes, the adrenaline was pumping. This is not as scary because it's so easy to drive. I think, look, when you can still feel when it's in sport, everything is tight, feels very tight, feels very nimble. It feels like an M2 should, but it just feels so much more grown up. I think this car will give you a lot more confidence, especially on the track as well, but you do feel a little bit less, so it might also get you into trouble at the end of the day, because you feel a lot more confidence in this car and you feel that the capabilities are higher. It's probably a little bit higher because of the bigger wheel at the back, but should something go wrong, I think in the previous one you'll catch it quicker. I think you will catch it a lot quicker. You won't be too scared, because you would know exactly what the feeling is. You would know exactly what happened and what you need to do to get the car back onto the road. I think with this one it might just catch you out. So let's quickly turn it around here. Yo, it's a lot louder inside, but definitely not as scary. Definitely not as scary as the previous M2. I mean, like this one in second gear, it literally pushed me out a little bit, but it didn't give me any. Okay, so conclusion, I think if you know what you're doing, then the other one, the older M2 is much better track wise, guys. I really do think so. But I think if you just want to buy an M car and you want to keep it safe, you want to feel safe, I mean, this is much better car at the end of the day. It really is. For what it is, I mean, cars need to go into this direction. Cars really need to become better, and competition is strong. But I'm an old BMW guy. So I love the fact that a car can actually scare you. That's what an M should do. An M car, if you get in it and you play with it, it should push you sideways. It should scare you. But where this car doesn't give me that, I'm gonna die. It actually just gives me, that's fun, that's very fun, but very controlled. Very controlled and very easy to drive. I think it's also, there's a lot of things, I mean, the suspension, the setup, the interior quality, everything feels a lot better. It's such a better car in general, but there's a lot of things that just don't give me the same feeling as the previous F87 M2. And that is my conclusion, guys. What a phenomenal experience. These cars are just insane. It's very difficult to choose between these two cars. I mean, if you love adrenaline, you love being scared, and you are a track driver, or you know what you're doing when you're in a vehicle like this, I would go for this baby over here. Most definitely this car over here. This really just made my heart pump just now. And if you are more refined, you love newer technology, you love the refinement of a vehicle, and you want the durability and quality of the newer generation vehicles, then, and also if you, I won't say a new driver or anything, but if you are scared a little bit and you would like it when the car actually does a lot of things for you, then this is the baby for you. I would love to know what the CS does in this. I haven't driven that as yet, but this was still a very fun drive, guys. It is still an M car, proper M, but yeah, it's just my personal opinion. This was for me. This really made my heart pump, and I think that's what an M vehicle should do. But the new M2 is really fantastic. You can't get better than that. If you look at all the M cars, I think the M2 is still the naughty boy of the family, and yeah, just proper vehicles. But guys, remember to hit that subscribe button, like and share, and thank you very much for watching these videos, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a lucky day. Stay safe. Peace.